G'day guys, how you going? Buff here from Buff's Outback Adventures 4x4. Welcome back to another episode. This isn't like a normal episode. This is actually going to be a build series on this old girl here. So introducing her, she's a 1988 TD42 GQ Patrol. As you can tell, I've moved up, stepped up in the world, and I've now got a microphone. So you should be able to hear me clear as daisy now. But obviously someone's probably still going to whinge that I'm talking too loud or something. So anyway, drop a comment, tell me I'm doing something wrong. I love hearing good feedback. So yeah, guys. So as I was just saying, she's a 1988. The dual cab's actually an 89 that I've got. This is an 88. So TD42 turbo. She's actually been turboed since factory. No, it's not factory TD42. We all know they didn't come out factory, but back then it actually was an option from factory to be turboed. So this is from a one owner. I've actually picked this up from a one owner. It's got a lot of history, this old girl. And they, in fact, boosted it from factory in 1988. They also did lots of other things too, like front and rear ARB air lockers. They put 2 long-range fuel tanks in it. It's got cruise control. It's got aircon. And yeah, obviously the turbo as well. It's been fitted with an ARB winch compatible bull bar, ARB sliders. Has got an old worn winch on it that's getting replaced. Couple of old spotties as well that are getting done too. It's got a snorkel. Everything that you see on this vehicle right now was fitted in 1988. Like I said, there's a bit of history behind this vehicle. I can drop a couple of screenshots of when it was in magazines from back then, so I'll just drop them now and you can have a look at them. If you want any more information, just give me a holler and I'll send them through. But yeah, the one owner that owned this Patrol was actually from Melbourne, Victoria. Was used down there doing full drive tours, recoveries, all that sort of stuff. Hence the twin locked. It was on a set of 30, I think back then. I think he said it was on 37s back then. And then they went back to 35s. I've whacked, when I got the car, it was on, I think the front left was a 35, front right was a 33, and the rear were like 31. So I've actually picked up a set of half decent 35s that are on it right now with imitation bead locks. They're going to get changed soon. It was just literally just to get on the road, registered and driving. All right, first things first, this series is sponsored. This build, I should say, build series on YouTube is sponsored by a few different companies. So I'd like to introduce them now. You would have seen in the intro vid there, just before I started talking, you would have seen the company's businesses' names that have actually reached out, or I've reached out to them, and they've put their hand up to throw some goodies at this bad boy to get it going. So shout out to Full Drive Super Centre. They're throwing in a rack. So just a flat rack and a set of drawers for the back of this thing so we can slap a fridge in there, 12 volt, blah, blah, blah. So that'll be going on soon. I don't know what's going to be going on first, but we'll figure it out. Could be all the 12 volt stuff. So Vic Offroad, they've supplied heaps of stuff. So I've got some 9-inch lights to go on. A 40-inch light bar will either go on top of the bull bar or the roof. They're doing a 13-pound winch. What else are they doing? A 12 volt oven, 150 amp hour lithium battery, and a battery box as well. So they're going to be doing that. Mike at No Bull Beresfield, you all know him because I always talk smack about him, and he's in my bio. So he's doing the suspension. We're going to be not going stupid like the dual cab. It's literally just going to be some long shocks and 4-inch coils. It might even stick with 3. It's actually got 4-inch under it at the moment with a 1-inch body lift. The body lift's coming out and we're going to just slap this. I just want coils and shocks in it. So Mike does mechanical work over there as well. So I'm going to see if he'll, if I can butter him up a little bit, see if we can do my brakes, some new rotors, calipers, new pads, blah, blah, blah. Hopefully, if you're watching this, Mike, I love you, mate. Blue Flame are going to jump on board. Dave and the boys at the coast, they're going to slap some Maxxis tyres on it, Maxxis razors. I love my Treps. I love my Maxxis. I've got Treps on the GQ, on the dual cab. I've got Maxxis on the 62. I'm going to have Maxxis on this. Yeah, so you would have just seen with the intro then, as I just went around and just showed you, you know, the bull bar and the sides and, you know, the roof and underneath the bonnet inside and stuff. You would have just seen it needs a fair bit of work. I have already touched up the top half of it, of the body. I didn't go crazy with it. I'm not a professional, you know, body painter. I'm not anything like that. I literally just sanded it back a bit, threw some fresh paint on it, but already I can see a few cracks and stuff in the bonnet and the guards. So for this, it's going to be more of a tourer. So a couple of people that already know I've got this vehicle. Obviously, if you don't follow me on the Instagram and stuff, you wouldn't know that I've got it. But so here it is for you guys. A few questions I've already got coming through is like, what am I going to do with it? Am I chopping it into a ute? Are we slapping 40s on it? What are we doing with it? So pretty much, I didn't need this vehicle, but I thought, why not do a build series on YouTube? Throw some gear at it, get it going, bring it back to its prime. And why not drive it around and have like a old school tourer? So I've got the old school basher, the dual cab, and as I'm sure you've seen me bash it around. This is going to be, it's going to be more of a tourer. Might even tow our little van around with it, little caravan we've got. Yeah, just cruise around it, just beef it up a little bit and bring it back to its prime, clean her up, and yeah, just have a bit of fun in it and not trash it. I'm going to actually look after it, and yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this series. So in this series now, I'm done talking. Obviously, you probably heard me talking. I just wanted to introduce the thing to you, so don't get at me too much. But from here, I'm going to head home, and I'm going to start slapping some goodies on it. And then we'll, yeah, I guess this will be part one. I'll do a mini series. Who knows how many episodes it's going to take. There's lots of stuff I've got sitting home to chuck on this. So it could be 4 or 5 episodes, and then we're going to start hitting the bush with it. Head out to a river somewhere, go fishing, take the van, take the kids. Might even slap a rooftop tent on the top yet. I don't even know. But I reckon we get into it. If you've got any questions, give me a holler. And yeah, I hope you enjoy this this mini series. It's the first time for me. Usually I just jump in the GQ, we go out and roll it over and trash it and stuff. So hope you enjoy this, and yeah, let's get into it. So I just want to say a massive thank you again to the sponsors that have jumped on for this build series. If you aren't already following them guys, so there's Vic Off-Road, Blue Flame, Mike _ No Beresfield, or just Mike Beresfield, Full Drive Super Centre and Full Drive Super Centre in Newcastle. They're located in Heather Brae. So jump on Instagram, Facebook, what do you need to do? Give them a follow, and I hope you guys enjoy this little mini series. So yeah, you can see the old worn winch. She had a wire rope on. I've already pulled it off. Like I just said, this is getting replaced with a Vic Off-Road 13 pounder. So that'll be coming off. They're getting replaced with some 9-inch driving lights from Vic Off-Road also. The snorkel will stay for now until maybe eventually I'll put a stainer on it, but who knows. Obviously I'm going to probably leave that guard for now, but I'm going to get some Bunnings flares, some garden edging, and put around these, because these ones are already sticking out a fair bit. So I'm trying to keep this thing as legal as possible. She's got door trims, come with a full box of 22 bullets. That's pretty cool. Probably heaps of other stuff I'm going to find in here. It's got logbook history in there, speaker for UHF. Yeah, come with an old school UHF stereo. There's a switch for the lockers. Right, this switches the compressor on, front and rear lockers. Seats are like immaculate underneath. The whole car is going to need a mad clean up, but like for what it is, and obviously that's going to be part of the build too, is giving it a mad clean up, good detail, polish the outside. Like I said, I already did all this part here, painted it up. It was blue. For some reason I went black. I don't even know why I went black. I just literally went black, so who knows. The back's the same, needs a mad clean up. The carpet's horrible, seats are horrible, but yeah, it gives us something to do. The missus might even want to jump in here. Roof liner needs doing, but I'll tidy it up. Like I said, it does need a bit of work, but we'll over time we'll get all the goodies and stuff onto it, and then we'll start cleaning her up a bit. Hey, yeah, so it did have sliding windows in there. They were rusted out hella bad, so I actually picked the solid windows up from Tamworth, drove up there and picked them up, and slapped them in. Well, for a backyard job, but that bloody paint job's pretty good. Now, I don't know where you can see, but that's one tank there, and we'll go under a bit further, and there's the bigger one there, little dent in the dog. Yeah, I don't know. I think he said it was like 300 litres of fuel. So yeah, it's a fair bit of fuel. Not that I'm going to need that much, but anyway, boys and girls, here she is. Let's get into this series, eh? Enough talking. Let's start building this bad boy up, and let's hit some tracks, moderate tracks with it. Anyway, not extreme stuff. Let's go. Righto. I reckon we get straight into the bull bar. Got an 18 volt Tool Pro sander here. I'm just going to whack a bit on, sand it back a little bit, a couple of stickers and stuff on there I'll rub off and clean a bit of the rust and stuff up, and then I'm going to just paint it with matte black rattle can. But while we're at it, once we sand it back, I'm going to rip these off, pull the winch off, potentially move these brackets because the 9-inch aren't going to fit in there. We'll move the brackets, re-weld them over a bit further. We'll just make sure the new winch fits first, blah, blah, blah. And then remount the mounts. I'll just weld these, cut them brackets off and move them over a bit, weld them on. Righto, let's get into it. That's just a Tool Pro 18 volt sander from Super Cheap. Got their rattle gun as well, and they both crank, so I reckon that'll do for now. Let's rip these lights off. They're just hanging on anyway, and we'll pull the winch off, and then yeah, we'll go from there. See if the new winch fits in there all right, and see if the spotties fit in there all right. It's pretty loose. Anyway, it's good. Honestly, thought they were going to be a lot worse than that. A lot tighter, rusted on. That's sick. Look at that. Now these have actually already been taken. There's a fella on social media on Instagram that wants them, so put them over here. And I'll let him know that they're off and work out collection. Well, that's tightening. I don't want to do that. Oh yeah, that's crazy. I honestly thought it'd be a lot tighter. Now I've got to get my fat ass fingers in there. Probably not going to happen. Actually, just get this back on there. No, stay on there. Pretty crazy now. I got this microphone. Before I could like say stuff. Oh, I'm tightening it up, and you wouldn't hear me. And now you can literally hear my nose hairs moving. Oh well, that's the whole point. Oh man, my back. Now the bloody ratchet's been stuck on there. Bloody snap on. Oh yeah. The worst thing is he's gonna like hear all my weird noises and stuff now. What Ash usually has to put up with. Oh my god, should have put this on time lapse. That other one like fell. Oh, here we go. Yeah, Ash is talking. You're probably gonna pick up her as well. Yeah, Torby's putting the dishwasher on. Oh, here we go. Yeah, she's getting a bit tighter now. The whole thing's turning now. Oh, I might still have it. Maybe. If he's a sticker and still watching, good on yous. I would have like tuned out one, yeah. But I'm pretty sure the whole thing's turning now. Righto. That's the spacer. This is the nut. It was like turning the thread inside the light, but I think I got it. Yep. Yeah, that'll be alright. Where'd my nut go? nutted. Righto, that's them bad boys. Those 9-inch are definitely not going to fit in there. Oh well, I'll have to cut them brackets and remember. Let's undo this winch. Oh, daddy. The battery on this thing's like half flat too. Oh, get on there. Righto, 14mm, 16mm. Oh, the strength of this thing. As if that's all I was going to say. There's got to be more holding it on, but it's going to be a 16mm. We're pretty much down to the last couple of bolts. I'm getting this old bitty off. Why can't I get my finger in there? So anyway, we'll get this one out. Get this bolt out, and I've still got the other one. I'm a bit worried how the new winch is going to go on, because this one mounts to the front of the bull bar, whereas most other winches mount to like the bottom of the winch. So we'll see. Oh, the power lead. Apparently the bonnet's already open. Can you hear me heavy breathing? Unfit. Nah, fit as a fiddle. Righto, grab some sides, something I prepared earlier, somewhere. Because I realised earlier that the power lead cable for the winch was zip tied on 1,000 times. No, it's literally twice. So that's cool. And now I want to buy me worn winch. Look at that. Jeez. Heavy big girl. Check that out. Yeah, that took a bit longer than I expected, what I thought. So I've got it off anyway. Just going to give it a bit of a sand back now. I was going to hit it with some paint today, but I've still got to cut these brackets off and move them over. So I might even just leave it. Come back out tomorrow and move these brackets, fit the 9-inch lights, and then give her a bit of a lick of paint, if you must. Righto, I gave her a quick little sand up. Nothing over the top. It'll come up pretty good anyway, so at the end of the day it's a bull bar. So we'll give her a little wipe down with this bad boy. My little bloody cloth that I used to wash my cars with. No, not really. So not the best weather today to be painting, but what do you do? You get it done. Maybe I'll put this on time lapse. Rightio, I got the painting done, but the bloody camera died as I was putting the winch in, so you just missed that. But anyway, winch is in, and just doing the last couple of bolts up now. So I'll do this bolt up now, and yeah, a bit of stuff there, and yeah, I guess we'll move on to. Well, we're gonna run the wiring and everything for it, but we'll probably leave that for now. I might mount the lights and the light bar, and then yeah, might run all the wiring at once for it. So let's do it. I've got to get this in first. Then a bit of a pain. Now my camera's bloody alive. Anyway, see if we can't get this in. Look at that. So yeah, obviously I had to mount it to the front of the winch, the front of the bull bar, not the bottom, but still works. So this winch is from Vic Off-Road. It's a 13 pounder, fiery red. She's apparently they go really well, so I'll sure test that out, I reckon, since I'm always on the winch. Oh, that looks mint. Bull bar looks good too. Paint it up. Yewww. Off camera, because I don't want to bore you too much, I just ran the wires for the winch. It's fully mounted now. Ran the earth and the power up to the battery here. So I'm just going to go ahead now and just put them onto the battery, and then we're going to see if we can fire the bad boy up and see if it actually works. I mean, I'm sure the winch itself works. It's just whether or not I did everything right, which I probably didn't. So we'll whack the this bad boy on and the power. I'll zip tie it up because that's the responsible thing to do. Make it nice and tidy. I've got to do that terminal up actually. Shifter. We'll whack this on. Jesus, some stuff on it. I've got to go through this and like get rid of like majority of the wiring, because there's stuff on this car that probably hasn't worked since, or been connected since 1902. Bang. Well, listen, we didn't have any sparks, so it's either a good thing or a bad. Oh, there's a little bit of bloody spiciness going on. Haven't been zapped yet. Yeah, it's heaps of wiring, as every patrol, whoever has ever, like as you well know if you've owned a patrol, or any old car really for that matter. Wowza. You'll know people just molest their cars and put wiring and fuses and relays and stuff everywhere that just doesn't need to be. And then you get the car and you decide to fix it. You want to go forward? You want to go forward driving?
When I do that.
Oh, you want to do the winch? Yeah. Well, you meant to like tell everyone that we don't winch.
And then we'll go forward driving.
You want to go forward driving?
Yeah.
Where at? We go to the Watergans. We've got some big trips coming up, bro.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to zip tie that right now. I'm going to see if it works. So let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Just do it, you reckon?
Yeah.
Righto. I'll plug it all in and see if it works. So this is the wireless remote. It's got a bloody light on it. Look at that. Hey, that's alright, eh? So this is the wireless remote. It has got a lead as well. I've just put the wireless controller onto the winch itself, and now we're just going to test it. So you want to hop out of the road for a minute, Dale, just in case it goes the wrong way? Ooh, shivers. Righto. Let's have a look. You want to hold it?
Yeah.
It's pretty loud. Righto. Well, it works. Hey, that is one thing done. There's one thing done to the GQ.
We can do it then.
Yeah, I've got to wind it back in now. You want to hold it while you wind it back in? Pulls up quick. Righto. Works. Yewww. Rightio, that's that done. That's the winch. So Vic Off-Road 13 pounder. Check them out on Instagram. They've got heaps of products. They don't just do winches and lights, they do everything else too. Jump on there, they're on Instagram. You'll find them on Google as well. Just look them up, Vic Off-Road. Check them out. I think I've got a code, so I'll check that out. If I do, I'll drop it there. We're going to move on to the lights now. I reckon we slap the light bar on top. I've got a 40-inch light bar to put on. I'm hoping it goes between these two mounts. If it does, that'll be Mickey Mouse. And I've got 9-inch spotties to go on. So let's get into it. We'll put them on now, and then we'll end this episode there today. So that'll be the winch and the driving lights and light bar. Alright, let's go. Light Fox, 40-inch light bar. Let's whack it on. I'll open her up. Find something first. Shit. can feel like I'm going to open this and the mounting hardware, like bolts and brackets, are just going to fall out everywhere. You what, mate? The charger, yeah, it's for the gimbal, mate. Instructions, what do we do with them? What do we got here? Oh, that's 15% off. Someone scan that. There it is. Scan that, you get 15% off. Hopefully, this doggy reaches. Or it might, if this light bar has mounts on the end. If it doesn't, it's going on the flat rack when I eventually go and pick that up from town. Oh, we might be in luck here, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. Sexual. Can you, like, chill out, bruh? Yeah, that's pretty cool. Oh, on me bloody new bullbar. Painted bullbar. Right, I think I might put this on time lapse. Just whack these brackets on and then... Alright, turns out light bar's not going to work there. It's just not long enough. I could drill holes, but ideally I think it's going to be better on the roof rack. So once I get the roof rack, I'll just literally mount it like that underneath the rack. And it'll be better too because it'll take away from the lights down here. I'll put the 9-inch lights on now and wait till I get the rack. And this bad boy can go on the rack. And I reckon it'll be better up there anyway. Oh yeah, you don't open, do you? Just another thing I got to fix. It's alright, but it's why we do it, eh? Righto, what am I doing? Oh, I've got to get the spotties. That's pretty much how they're going to sit, so a bit straighter obviously. But yeah, I'm going to whack these on now and hopefully tonight I can test them out. Yewww. Alright guys, I think I might end the episode there. That's the first episode of this series, build series of the new wagon. Obviously, if you did watch it, we did the winch and the spotties. We attempted to do the light bar, but the light bar is going to go on the roof, on the flat rack. All I'm going to do now is pretty much just tidy up the wiring, probably run the wiring to the switch and make sure everything works. And yeah, next episode will be fitting the drawers, I'd say. From Full Drive Super Centre and also the flat rack as well, and then I'll whack the light bar on as well. We'll do that, and then the next couple episodes coming up, we've got the suspension install, the tyres install, and then testing everything. So stay tuned. Hope you enjoy this, and we'll see you on Saturday at Freeman's Waterhole ARB test track. I'll be there from about 9 o'clock. See you there.